So magazines.
Yes.
Let's talk about where you think they're going, which just depresses me. It's really harsh as an editor of a magazine your whole life. But when I hear Dolly went online, was like a childhood friend dying.
Well, Dolly is still a print version as well. So they're they're still doing 6 issues a year.
Okay, I read that wrong.
Print, and then, but it's just digital first now, in that
right.
the emphasis and the priority will be on the digital assets for Dolly, which makes sense given it's a teen brand, and teens are all online. So, I mean, look, it's sad. I think as well, having come from, I guess, the glory days of, you know, Kerry Packer, and, you know, I was in magazines when I entered magazines. There were no blogs and Instagram, and you couldn't get content anywhere else. And really, back then, if you were a woman and you wanted information on issues that you were going through in your life, you bought Cleo or Cosmo. Yeah. That was it. Yeah. There wasn't any Grazias or Madisons or any of the rest of it. It was literally Cosmo or Cleo. Yeah. And you were very clearly, you knew whether you're a Cosmo girl or a Cleo girl. Yeah. And so it's sad that that's changed, and, you know, a lot of the titles no longer exist. And, you know, whether we weren't nimble enough moving digital, and, you know, I mean, Cosmo is really successful digitally, but whether some of the other brands, it didn't translate, or they weren't nimble enough to move to a digital first strategy, then, you know, that might have been the nail in the coffin. But it's really sad to see that, you know, in the glory days of magazines, all the amazing mags that used to be out there, but it's just hard now when you can get a lot of content online.
So, because you want everything now. But it's the same, we were talking about Star Wars coming out. It's not going to DVD, you know, it's because you just get it all online. And I'm like, I like physical holding.
But this is the thing, and it's not that magazines are dead, it's that magazines just have a real moment now. Yeah. Whereas before it was a necessity of, like, that's where I get my fix for any of that celebrity stuff or emotional intelligence or, you know, help me, give me guidance in my relationship or my life or my body or my whatever. Whereas now, magazines play that real moment of, I just want to relax. I'm in a hairdresser, I'm on a plane, I'm by the pool. You know, so magazines aren't dead. They just have a different role to play in women's lives. And, you know, for some titles, that means that there will be a decline in print sales, but it also means there's a boost in the digital side of things. You know, I know from a Cosmo perspective, digitally we're flying. It's, you know, a really successful business, and we've got huge traffic, and I say we now, but it's not we anymore, they. You know, so it's the brand will have longevity because it's a 360 brand. And print is an important part of that. And for other brands, it just didn't translate, or it wasn't financially viable, or they just didn't get their digital assets up and firing fast enough.